Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. Definitely take a look around. Let me know what you think. Today we're going to be talking about Disney Mirrorverse and the December tier list. We're going to take a quick look at the October list I put together. We skipped November completely. I'll go over that later. And then we have a lot to catch up on for December, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So November was a complete bust for me, so I apologize for the delay in videos and not getting videos out. It was just a very busy month for work. Plus, I got COVID towards the end of November, so for the last couple weeks, I've been stuck in a room, and it was awful. It was the first time I ever had it. It was awful. I don't want to have it again. I have a newfound sympathy for anybody who has had COVID because it was rough. All right, so let's take a look at the tier list. All right, so as you can see, this is what October looks like. It looked pretty good for the most part. I think there's probably a few tweaks that I wanted to make, and that's what I did for the December tier list. So what I really kind of wanted to focus on, and you can see here, is I took away the D category. I'm not going down to F. We're only taking a look at S, A, B, and C. And the reason for that is because there are so many great team compositions in this game. It's very hard to say who's super, super bad and who's super... I mean, I had people IMing me, letting me know that they're using Captain Hook in the raids on higher levels up to like tier 20 and higher, and still using. And I still have him at the bottom of the list, but he was like at the bottom of the list. So I went ahead and I just kind of rearranged things a little bit. There are a few changes and a few moves for December that I wanted to go ahead and call out. This does not include Beast or Olaf, who are coming out later this month. You'll see, I'll talk about them a little bit later. My video on them will be coming out on the 8th, so you can go ahead and take a look at that gameplay, but they are not part of this just yet. All right, so if we take a look at this, I had to go back to the spreadsheet. It's a little bit quicker for me to put together, especially when I have so much going on and I have limited time to put these videos together. I wanted to put this together for you and get this out for everybody. I'll work on a January graphic, but this is what I have right now. So as far as the S tier goes, everybody stays the same. Everybody's good. Anyone highlighted in purple, those are the same thing as the purple rings that I had on the October tier list. So those are going to be characters that are going to serve you very well in the raids, in multiple map modes as well. So one thing that I would suggest as well is go ahead and take a look at a couple of my videos for the best team composition for gatekeepers for map 1 and 2. Map 3 just came out. It was a little complicated. I hope they do some changes with it, because it's quite a bit harder just because of the team compositions that they forced you to put together. Even some of the very highest guilds were having some difficulties with map 3. So if you had problems with map 3, it's okay. Everybody was having a problem with map 3. Maps 1 and 2 are pretty solid though. So S tier remains the same. A tier, I did move Anger up. So Anger I did have at the bottom of the list for a very long time. I had him in C tier or B tier in October, and then I did move him up to A tier. Anger is very good, and I've used him more than in just the raids as well, and he's been pretty helpful. I mean, just the amount of attack ups that he gets and the amount of damage that he can do is very helpful. He works very well. Again, take a look at my Gatekeeper videos on that. I use him in one of my team compositions, and he is fantastic, does a ton of damage. So he definitely is worth moving up, and I do see him used more outside of the raids as well. But raids is really where he shines, so he does really well there. So as you can see there, I got Wally, Gaston, Oogie Boogie, and Anger as far as raids. I think Kermit could be pretty good for raids. I don't have Kermit high enough yet, but he is a very good melee. He's a support melee, and you can build him a couple different ways as well with the talents. So there's some versatility there that I think is really good. He definitely deserves to be in the A tier. So he's new to the tier list as well. When you take a look at the B list, there's only 2 in there really that I'm using consistently for raids. That's Elsa and Maleficent. The other ones, I know there's a lot of opportunities to use them, but really kind of what I try and focus on are at the highest tiers, which traits are required, and then those are the teams that I try and build. So you'll probably see in January's tier list a few more B characters used for raids. Just depends on how map 3 shakes out. Map 1 and 2 are pretty solid, like I was saying. So Elsa, Maleficent are great. I had them at the very bottom. I bumped them up to B tier. I don't know that they're good enough for A tier yet. I know Elsa had a little bit of a bump in her kit, a little bit of a rework to give her a little bit more damage, but she's definitely good. She's definitely good for the gatekeeper. I just don't see using her or Maleficent too often outside of the raids, at least for me right now. And again, you know what? I'll always bring everybody back. As far as tier list goes, they're very subjective. These are all just my experiences. I also take in some feedback from some other people as well, just kind of as they feed me information, what team compositions work well and things like that. So Elsa and Maleficent. I put Raya in the B tier. I wasn't a huge fan of Raya. Her kit is okay. I felt Kermit was much better. And if you're going to go with melee, I would go with Kermit over Raya if you're going to pick between the two. Raya's not bad, not horrible. I liked Kermit's versatility, and I liked his kit much better than Raya, and I just felt he played better. I love that guy. He's awesome. All right, C tier. Nothing new with C tier. I just moved all the D tier up into C tier, so you can see everything that we have there. As you can see, if there's a green, if it's colored green next to their name, that means that they moved up a tier since the last tier list that we did. So that's what we have for the tier list. We got 2 new characters that hit our rosters, Kermit and Raya. Excited for Kermit. I still don't have Raya unlocked. I'm very excited for Beast and Olaf. I can't wait to talk to you about them. So watch out for the video coming out on the 8th for that. But a lot of cool stuff here. All right, that is what I had for you as far as the tier list. Very curious on your thoughts. What's working well for you? How's the tier list look to you? I really like hearing the feedback that all of you have. One of the greatest things about tier lists is the conversation that it creates, and that's always fun. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.